coach before the game. They are so fired up for this opportunity for their wide receiver here today. He has had one of the most productive seasons in school history, and today he can put his name at #1 in the history books with receiving touchdowns. They want to go to him early and often in the red zone. Now keep in mind, the defense knows this too, so I expect a battle back and forth. We'll see if he's able to get that record here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
The give, it's Coleman Williams. Turning it on! And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chains.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Second down, going to throw it. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way to make it.
Hands it off. He'll be dropped.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Speeding down the right side. Touchdown, Aggies! The defense does the work itself with a pick six. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Quickly out to the tight end. On the move at the 30. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last chunk play is one that'll really put a drive on the move. It's 1st and 10 from the 43. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Fresh center downs going to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get him in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. Get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The run inside. It's Edwards. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throwing, Reed. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. There he goes. Open it up. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Got it behind the line. It's Hudson. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Hauled that baby in and then strolled score. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Gonna run it. It's Edwards. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Really good-looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. It was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that, too. If they could find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
Second and long here. Reed. Throwing right. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. It's caught downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Reed. On the move. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Rid of it on the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Here's Reed to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Aggie! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls, and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Out wide right, it's Danzy. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. The Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Straight ahead, it's Coleman Williams. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter as we get a look at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
On the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Plows through the defense. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. They'll send the back in motion. Second down to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here, and build on that lead.
A designed run for the quarterback. He's got the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And, man, how awesome is that for the big fella? And he wasn't going to just fall on that loose fumble. He decided to scoop it and score, and David shows off the athleticism.
I mean, we were born to do more. We just grew out of the running back body, but we were really all running backs at heart. It's just hard when you got to go that far because you're running out of oxygen. You could tell the gas tank was low, but the big fella getting the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Looking for space. It's Edwards. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Reed unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Aggies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He wants to take the top off. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Reed to the air again. showing the arm strength down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Throwing Reed into the end zone. Incomplete. He was looking for the score there.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the back. He wants to throw it again. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Caught on the RPO. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. The Aggies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Fighting for the end zone, and he dropped it. And he falls on top of his own fumble. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line. Quarterback signaling to his guy. They want to run this quarterback. Touchdown, Aggie! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right side, it's Joyner. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. Inside and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Follows his blocks. It's Edwards. Got enough for the first down. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. This quarterback, part of their running game. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Complete to Williams over the middle. Man, sometimes he's like trying to wrap up a ghost. He's out to the 27.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
On third down, here's Quentin Joyner. Delivers the stiff arm. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We get things going here with a look at Charlotte taking on the number 16 team, the North Texas Mean Green. And it's the 49ers coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Running inside, it's Edwards. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the ground. He's got it again. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Breaks through, it's Edwards. Still running at the 40. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Hits the hole, it's Morrow. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got a little grass. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Edwards. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Out wide right, it's Warren. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the end zone. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The give is to Williams. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 50, the 30, the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the 2nd half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. defense will have another go at it. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Reed. Complete in the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Aggies, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Reed. Right side, it's Edwards. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position, they located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Wants to go up top on second down. He's got it. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
From the gun on third down, Reed. They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Texas Tech will start the drive, the offense ready to go. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score. David, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, pressure's coming. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They'll run for it. It's Joyner. Turning it on. Runs through a tackle. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line, and I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4th and 2 situations.
Lets it fly. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Made the grab in the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's Reed to throw. Left side is Edwards. Got room at the 35. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Red pass, it's complete. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Dropping back, it's Reed. Look out! It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Reed. He unleashes a long one. A full dive to haul that one in. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. He wants to throw it. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Finds his target. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. He'll set up to throw. Under pressure. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Now on the move. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. So a drive there of 82 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Runs through a man. He might have space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Throwing Reed. Rushes on. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he snatches it and comes down in the end zone for the 2. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done, and he can...
Oh, that big stiff arm got him some room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. Moving out to the right. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Finds his tight end. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
That's incomplete. Tried to set up the screen, and he dropped the pass.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Hunt is on its way. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now hits the afterburners. Inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
See if they can score the deuce. Reed. He's got it for the 2-point conversion. Squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. So now they take over. This momentum has been completely taken away from them, but still an opportunity to put together a late drive.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. It's inside, it's Danzy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Got a man in the middle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Drops back on first down. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Man, you practice this all week for a reason. The 2-minute situation is so important. I like the completion. I like the first down. Let's see if we can get one more play in real quick before the 2-minute timeout.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They make the stop for no gain, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
It is go time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be 4th down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment. It's go time.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Nice job by this defense in a clutch moment. You knew they were going to throw the football. 4th down, great coverage, break on the football, force the incompletion, and more importantly, you get the ball back to your offense with a chance to just run this clock and get out of here with a win.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Here's Reed to throw. Out wide right, it's Warren. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The give as they work on that clock. Breaks into the open. He works his way past the 1st down marker, and that will put this one away. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. The Red Raiders want to stop the clock, and they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Reed throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. First play of this drive. They're all over it. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situation. It's a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Reels it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Needs it here on 4th down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Excellent discipline by this defense. They keep everything in front of him, and they make the big fourth down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
You